Hello, and this week's live I have entitled Correct Meal Size After Weight Loss Surgery? I was probably a little bit tricky when I did this title because it was to grab your attention about a topic that I'm really passionate about. So I'm going to be talking about how much should you be eating at your meals after weight loss surgery. So welcome everyone that's jumping on. For people that are jumping on that don't know me, my name is Jane Stoltze. I'm a specialist bariatric dietitian. I've been working in the area solely of bariatrics for 6 years. I've worked with over 1,600 people before and after their weight loss surgery. So with all of my lives, I have a topic. I go through that topic. I answer questions. I love comments. I would love any questions or comments, even if they are related to something else. Definitely, I will answer them. So I wanted to talk about the very common topic of how much should I be eating at a meal. And I want to explain my approach that is a bit different to what most bariatric centres guide their patients or their clients on. So let's talk about how much should you be eating at each meal. Now, I first want to say, is there a one amount that you should be eating per meal after weight loss surgery? And the answer is no. So I was a bit, not sneaky with the title of my live today, but often people feel that there is a certain amount that they need to eat at per meal. And yes, we want you to reach your protein goals. We want you to reach your protein goals. We want you to reach your fluid goals. But there can't be a set amount that you need to eat at each meal because everyone's really different. And let me go through this, and then I'm going to talk about my approach and how it works and why it works. People have got different sizes, anatomies. So you might be 5 foot, someone else might be 6'5". You have different surgeons do their surgeries a bit different, and they can use different measuring tools or different sizes of the measuring tool called the bougie. So you could have a different size tummy. But also, there are just very much differences in how much people can eat comfortably at a meal. And I'm talking about comfortably because I'm going to get to that. So there's actually no one size fits all. And the reason why I'm really anti giving people a certain amount of food to eat per meal is because I have seen it so much over the years, as if people can't comfortably get that amount of food in, they will go past what's comfortable, walk around the house, try and shuffle it down a bit and go back to eating, or eating over like an hour and a half. And that's turning into a grazing pattern. So I developed a different way of educating my patients, my clients, on how to eat after weight loss surgery. And I'm going to explain why it is such a great approach and so successful, because it really is. Often before having surgery, most people will agree that they eat quickly, they can overeat, and also don't listen to their body cues. You have surgery, and yes, your appetite drops down, you don't always have those same senses of body cues, and that is a challenge. But from week 3, I teach my clients on how to listen to their body cues, or start listening, start getting to know your new body. And I teach a bite ratio. So people that have followed me will know this, but know a bit more about this. But I teach under 1 year, or until you can eat adequate protein, we are doing 3 bites of protein to 1 bite of other food. Other is whole grains, fruit, or veg. So once we go on to around week 3, most people are on kind of roughly, with your guidelines after your bariatric centre, you're on puree food. Even then, we are starting to practice 3 bites of puree protein, 1 bite of other. Small bites, chew well, eat slowly, stop when you're satisfied. And starting that inquiry into stopping when you're satisfied. It is a practice that I'm really passionate about. My clients learning that point, those sensations, and really listening to their body so they will stop eating when they've had enough. Yes, over time you're going to be able to eat more. But guess what? You can eat more, but you still stop when you still learn and practice stopping when you're satisfied, because that helps you not overeat. There's other things that I educate my clients on that help them not overeat. but it really is such a key thing to learn after bariatric surgery. Can things get in the way of you wanting, or things come up that you want to keep eating after you're satisfied? Yes. Or eating when you're not hungry? Yes. And that's where I help as well. Why are we wanting to eat? What are we hungry for? And we work on that. And that's really important to work on when that comes up in your bariatric journey. Can it come up in your weight loss phase? Yes, it can, and that will slow down your weight loss. If it comes up in your maintenance phase, it will lead to weight regain. I would love to hear any questions on this, any comments, anything that, does this make sense? Is this resonating with people? So the answer to the question, correct meal size after weight loss surgery, is there is none. People have different sizes of tummies, people have different levels of restriction. We need to work in that. If you are giving yourself a certain amount of food and it's not enough, if it's too much and you're forcing yourself to eat, it's not going to work. The other side is if it's not enough and you eat that, you won't sustain you long enough, that 2.5, kind of 3 hours to get to the next meal. So the way I teach is using the protein bites ratio and learning to listen to your body. Being an intuitive eater. Leaving your diet mentality, leaving that dieting kind of restriction, and then for a period, and then overeating. So if you would like to be really confident in your bariatric journey, if you would like to feel that you really are listening to your body and you're not having to weigh your food all the time, you're not looking at external things that guide how much you eat, you're listening to your body, how to plate your food up, how to tap into your hunger and fullness cues, and you find balance. That's another really key thing, is finding balance in your diet. If that's something that you really want to do, apply to work with me. Find out more about my coaching and support, because this is a really key part of being successful after weight loss surgery. It is not just what you eat, it is also very much how you eat. Do I work with my clients on what to eat and better food choices? Yes, definitely I do. Getting variety, getting a satisfied diet, but it is not just what you eat, it is also very much how you eat, changing your eating habits. And that takes time and it takes support. So if you want to be successful in your weight loss surgery journey, if you're in the weight loss phase, you want to lay those, I call it foundations, really start practicing those habits, apply to work with me, because the habits that will get you the best result from your bariatric surgery are the same habits that will help you keep those results. Okay, so everyone that's on or jumping on, hello again, and thank you for being on. I would love to hear if you've got any comments, any thoughts, anything that you want to ask me. I am here. I've been talking, for the people who just jumped on, I've talked that there is no correct amount to eat. Everyone is different, and it's about listening to your body. Sophia's put, I'm gaining weight. Okay, so Sophia, you might want to, I'd love you to put in the messages where you are in your bariatric journey. How long ago did you have your surgery? There is a cluster of eating habits that are known and that lead to weight regain. If they come back in the weight loss phase, which is generally that first 18 months after surgery, if they come back in the weight loss phase, they will stop weight loss, okay? And that's why many people come to me and say, my weight loss is slowed right down, too slow, or stopped, okay? So you're 1 year, Sophia, okay, good. You're still really in your weight loss phase. There's a cluster of eating habits that are associated with weight regain, and that is snacking and grazing, the uncontrolled cravings, night eating, drinking more calories, changing the level of your activity. Some people have a bit more active and their job may be active, and then they get moved to a desk role. They're not as active, or something's changed in their life. There are those clusters. There's a cluster of those eating habits. So you lost 70 pounds and you started to gain weight. But to Sophia, yeah, if you want to chat offline, chat the DMs, definitely happy to chat about that. That is what I work on all the time with my clients, identifying what's changing, what habits have come back into your diet, what maybe even foods have come back into your diet, and managing those habits. And we want to learn how to manage them as soon as possible. We want to stop the weight regain, and we want to see if we can get some more weight loss, Sophia. It is not about letting the surgery do all the work for you, okay? The surgery is a tool. It will do, for different people, different amounts of the work, so to speak. But when you get further from surgery, we expect you can eat more. We expect that you have more appetites and cravings come back. We want to manage them, and we manage them by, I have a whole cluster of habits that I work with my clients to embed in their lives, and I call them weight loss surgery success habits. But they're really self-care habits, eating regularly, getting enough protein earlier in the day. So Sophia, DM me if you would like to chat offline, okay? So you've lost 70 pounds, wonderful. We don't want to lose that. We want to keep it. We want to see if you've got any more weight loss in the tank. But through that process, it's not a dieting process. Through that process, you are learning how to manage your weight and be confident to manage your weight in the long term. Are you ever going to go off track after weight loss surgery? Yes, you are going to go off track because you're a human. You're not a machine. There is a skill set to be able to identify that you've gone off track. With compassion, bring yourself back into your zone. And they are tools in the toolkit that I give my clients. Sophia, send me a DM if you'd like to chat more about that. So your weight loss came back 3 years after. Yeah, so the same thing applies to you, the same messages or the same information and things I was just talking about before to Sophia. It's because it's just at a different stage for you. People at different stages, but the principles still apply. The principles of looking at what's changed, looking at how extra energy is coming back into your diet. So if you would like to chat with me in the DMs, please send me a DM. Lean, hello, I'm 2 years out. I lost 170 pounds and holding, so happy I don't have bad cravings and still get stomach pain. And still get stomach pain to this day, okay? Well, I'm glad you don't have bad cravings. With the pain, I hope you've been speaking to your bariatric centre and you've had that investigated, because that pain is not normal or expected or wanted. So I would be I'm hoping that you've been chatting to your bariatric centre and you've done really well. You're welcome, Sophia. Of course, you're beautiful. Belene, still get constipated, need iron infusions. Okay. Bit of a rough trot for you. You need support to manage your constipation. Glad they're managing your iron, ulcers. But still worth it. Okay. As long as you're getting good support and good care. Great. But, the stomach pains are probably coming from the ulcers and those things. But care and support and obviously trying to really get that rectified is really important. So lovely. Thank you so much for listening. If you would like to know more about my coaching and support, if you would like to feel confident in your bariatric journey, please apply to work with me. And that is really, Jane, I want to know more about your coaching and support. I come back to you. We get to know each other and you get to see if I'm the right person for you and give you all the information you need. So thank you so much for listening, and I really look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.